As a 3D animation studio scales up, keeping track of every asset sold turns into a massive data problem. If your manager asks who the top-selling artist of the month was, finding that answer in a chaotic spreadsheet means scrolling through thousands of disorganized rows. A pivot table can extract that specific insight by summarizing those thousands of entries without requiring you to write a single formula. Grouping these entries into a 3-column summary happens without the manual filtering or sorting that usually takes up an entire afternoon. To start, click anywhere inside your raw data and press Ctrl+A to highlight the entire dataset. Navigate to the Insert tab on the top ribbon and select Pivot Table. In the dialog box that appears, select New Worksheet. This keeps your original raw data in its own tab, so your source remains untouched. Excel provides a new split workspace. On the left is your blank canvas, where the table will appear, and on the right is the control panel, where you choose which data points to analyze. Separating this analysis from your raw sheet ensures that you can test different layouts without corrupting your original records. Let's build a list showing exactly how much revenue each artist has generated for the studio. In the control panel, drag the artist name field into the rows quadrant. This creates a vertical list of every artist. Next, drag 3D picture sales into the values quadrant. The sales figures instantly align with their names. At the bottom, you'll find the grand total. Excel calculates this automatically, no formulas required. This 4-quadrant system is the core logic of the tool. Once you understand where to drop these fields, you can reorganize any dataset in a few clicks. To see sales specifically for characters or environments, you can apply a visual filter to the table. Under the Analyze tab, click Insert Slicer. These buttons act as a faster alternative to the standard drop-down filters found in most spreadsheets. Clicking the 3D Characters button on the slicer updates every calculation in the table, showing only the sales for that specific asset type. Using slicers allows you to switch between different categories during a presentation without manually hiding or unhiding rows. To track performance over time, drag the Sales Date field into the Rows section, just below the artist names. Initially, this creates a cluttered list, as Excel tries to display every individual date a sale occurred throughout the year. To clean this up, right-click any date in your table, select Group, and click Months. The individual dates consolidate into a single monthly total. You can use the same menu to group your sales data by fiscal quarters or even entire years. This grouping allows you to identify which months of the year see the highest studio activity without having to calculate those averages manually. There is a specific step when your source data changes. If you go back to your original sheet and update a sale to 80,000 rupees, the pivot table won't show that update immediately. These tables do not sync with the source in real time. Right-click anywhere on your table and select Refresh. This command forces the table to scan the original sheet and pull in the new values. Make this refresh step a habit before sharing your work, as it ensures your summary reflects the most current numbers in the database. You now have a table that groups sales by month and uses interactive slicers to isolate specific asset categories. Reporting that used to require manual filtering and hundreds of sum formulas is now handled through a drag-and-drop interface. Download the Studio data file linked in the description to practice these steps, and like and subscribe for more Excel tutorials. Using a pivot table means you can answer specific questions about a dataset without having to rebuild your entire spreadsheet every time a new request comes in.